Hello everybody, we are back again at the UK Games Expo press event, and I am at Next Dimension Games and joined by Mark with an incredibly eye-catching board game. So tell me what I'm looking at here.
So what we're looking at here is it's a hidden movement game based on classic 70s cop cinema. So you have one bad guy, Sniper, who is trying to complete 3 hits somewhere around the city, and we have 3 cops trying to stop him. He can gain access to buildings by getting a janitor key, which gives him access to a rooftop, and then he can do his dastardly deed. And the 3 cops, as I say, are there to stop him. To win, he has to complete 3 hits and escape the city from one of these port locations. And they have to stop him. So they have various means at their disposal. They can assign a chopper to a given district that prevents any rooftop activity in that district. He can do things like sabotage the traffic lights in a district, making it just movement 1. So he has access to the classic San Francisco cable cars and the streetcar network, whereas the cops are in cars. So he might draw a streetcar pass, and his movement is of 3. You have an automatic movement of 3 if you're playing the Sniper. So if he was there, they might have a situation where they were really hot on his heels, and frustratingly, he can play his streetcar pass and go 1, 2, 3, and move right across the city on a pass and slip through their fingers. Unlike other hidden movement games, where you catch him, that's the end of the game. In this game, typically in a game, you'll catch up with him 3 or 4 times, and combat ensues depending on which weapons he's carrying and the cops are carrying. And typically, as I say, he'll slip through their fingers, but they're always slowly grinding down his health. So if they can kill him before the game is out, obviously they've won. There's no player elimination for the cops. When the cops' health runs down, they have to just visit an ER. So so there's no player elimination. So it's 2 to 4 players. So one player can play all 3 cops, or you can scale it up to 4 players.
So are you demoing this at the expo then? Or is this?
Anybody wants to have a game, they're more than welcome. We're in Hall 1, stand 573. So people can come along and have a look at this. Is just our prototype. We're pretty much there, but there will be some minor changes. Obviously, the cards need completely doing. We have the card backs, but at the moment the cards are unfinished. But we're hoping to go to crowdfunding later this year, and people can follow us on ND Games UK, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And they can follow the progress of the game and see how we're getting along.
It looks fascinating. And then, in contrast, there's a very much simpler looking game here with Spell Out.
Yes, it is a complete contrast. This game is designed to be a 5 to 20 minute quick game that you can pull out when you don't want something particularly deep. The idea with this game is, if you imagine what a cross between chess and Wordle might look like, you're probably getting somewhere close. So the idea is, you draw, at the start of the game, you would draw a challenge card. So this one here is, you have to think of a 5-letter word that has the blend ND. So for example, handy is one word there. And then, so each person thinks of a different word, doesn't tell anyone else. Well, that is the word you're going to aim to try and collect. So then you start moving your pieces around the board. You are aiming to line up your pieces with the letters in the word that you've chosen, so that you can declare Spell Out, and then move each piece onto the letter in turn that's in your word. That's not a real word, by the way, if you're watching what I've just done. And you claim that card. So the idea is you're trying to claim as many cards as you can before your opponents do. It gets chaotic when it's 4 players, because other players, if you green here, might need the A, but if yellow's here, he can't move through the other piece, so he's got to go all the way around. So you can imagine, once there's 20 people fighting over the same, 20 pieces fighting over the same letters, You've got a lot of thinking around trying to how you're going to line up and get your words. But that's where these squares come in. So each of these bonuses, you've got a free letter, can be any letter, and you can collect the bonus token from it, but you don't win the card. So your play continues after the same card. And yeah, it's designed to be a little 5-minute quick takeaway game. One of the ideas we're having with it is, you know, it's in a little bag that you can just throw in there, or maybe it's a little box version that we can just throw in.
Okay. Sounds very cool indeed. This is also going to be crowdfunded then this year, or is this coming straight out?
Yeah, we're going to look at doing look at potential crowdfunding probably later on this year again sometime, and yeah, see what we can do with that. I mean, we'd love this to be. The idea with this is it's a brilliant stocking filler, you know, a brilliant thing that you can impulse buy, and it's not like a bigger purchase. But yeah, the idea is it's an entertaining game that you can play with all the family. It's all ages, friendly for anyone, with 2 levels of difficulty, so an easier and a harder, depending on how you want your challenge. It's also got a solo version, I should point out as well.
Well, there you go, folks. If you're after 2 very unique-looking games, it's worth keeping an eye for what Next Dimension Games are going to be doing later on this year. If you're at the UK Games Expo, then drop by their stand and try them out and let us know what you think below.